The full lineup has been announced for the Eat to the Beat concert series this year. We've got Lightning Lane details for Test Track when it reopens. We now know exactly where the new Monsters, Inc. roller coaster is going to go inside the new Monsters, Inc. land, and more. All the latest Disney and theme park news is coming up right now here on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog and happy Saturday. I hope you're enjoying your holiday weekend and hopefully I can make it a little more magical with this week's Disney news. First up, some big food and wine festival news. The full Eat to the Beat lineup has been announced for the 2025 Epcot Food and Wine Festival. Mark your calendars because the 2025 Food and Wine Festival is going to run from August 28th to November 22nd. All throughout the event, you're going to be treated to exclusive snacks and drinks and live performances. And Disney just confirmed the Eat to the Beat concert series is returning in 2025. We officially know the iconic bands and artists who will be performing. The concerts take place on select nights at the America Garden Theater. Shows will take place on Fridays through Mondays throughout the festival. Some of this year's bands include Joey Fatone and Friends, Sheila E., Ben Rector, Baha Men, Smash Mouth, Boyz II Men, Jordan Sparks, Bowling for Soup, and the Beach Boys. Want to guarantee yourself a prime seat for the show? Good news. Disney confirmed Eat to the Beat dining packages are returning as well. These special dining packages get you a meal, lunch, or dinner at select Epcot restaurants and include same-day reserved seating at the Eat to the Beat concert that evening, or one of them at least. You can reserve spots for the Eat to the Beat shows by purchasing a dining package starting on July 16th, so set your calendars. Test Track will be reopening with its brand new look on July 22nd, 2025. If you want to ride it, there will be both a standby line and Disney just announced that Test Track will be added to Lightning Lane Multipass as a Tier 1 attraction. As Test Track is added to the Tier 1 lineup for the Lightning Lane Multipass on July 22nd, Soarin' is going to move to being a Tier 2 attraction. After July 22nd, the Lightning Lane Multipass tiers for Epcot will be the following, and guests may choose one attraction from the Tier 1 list and 2 attractions or all 3 from the Tier 2 list. Disney also shared that there will be no virtual queue for the ride when it reopens, and it will operate via a standby line or Lightning Lane only. It will not be available via Lightning Lane Single Pass either. The Single Pass will stay with Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Lightning Lane Multipass is bookable for Test Track already for those heading to Disney World with longer resort stays. And per Disney tradition, the ride will host previews before officially reopening on July 22nd, 2025. If you're an annual pass holder, Disney Vacation Club member, Golden Oak resident, or Club 33 member, you can sign up for a preview to experience the updated attraction before anyone else. Pass holders are going to be able to preview the attraction from July 13th to the 19th, excluding the 17th. These previews will be accessed using a virtual queue system. Guests will need to have an Epcot reservation for their preferred date for the 7 a.m. drop. Additionally, there will be a second drop at 1 p.m. where guests do not require a reservation, and you don't have to be in the park to access either drop. Disney Vacation Club member previews will be on July 12th. Registration will open on July 8th for those who have booked a hotel reservation before July 6th and are using their membership on July 12th. Whew, lots of Julys there. Club 33 members and Golden Oak residents will have their previews on July 11th. Disney Vacation Club members, Club 33 members, and Golden Oak residents will not use the virtual queue system, but will need to register in advance. This Epcot attraction is so much fun. We really do like the update, so definitely head over and read our thoughts on the new changes on our website. We recently said our goodbyes to the Muppets Courtyard in Disney's Hollywood Studios, which closed to make way for a brand new Monsters, Inc. land that Disney first announced in 2024. Now, construction walls are up around the area, and there's even some new concept art on those walls showing an updated idea of what the new land will look like. Most importantly, a new ride is on the way based on the epic doors scene in the first Monsters, Inc. film. It's going to be a suspended coaster, Disney's very first. And we now have an idea of where that ride is going and just how big it's going to be. We see that this new ride will take up a huge space that was once a cast member parking lot behind Muppets Courtyard. In this photo, you can see that this space has been cleared, surrounded by walls, and construction equipment is already in place. Again, we're just blown away by how monstrously huge this space is. We also got some new aerial photos of what the former Muppets courtyard looks like now as Disney begins building the new land in this space. Sadly, the Miss Piggy fountain is already gone. Disney hasn't wasted time getting to work on converting the area into a new land. Of course, we have no word on when the new land might open, but we'll be keeping an eye out for more details and announcements. Get it? Keeping an eye out? Okay. With Destination D23 coming up soon, we hope to learn more. And thanks to BioReconstruct for those great aerial photos. On a happier note, 2 attractions have reopened in Magic Kingdom. First, Astro Orbiter in Tomorrowland. The ride was completely dismantled and was refurbished elsewhere, just getting a little TLC, and now it's back in action. The other attraction that has reopened is the Hall of Presidents in Liberty Square. The lobby of this one had opened about a week ago, but now the entire show is up and running again. After every presidential election in the US, the Hall of Presidents receives an updated animatronic to represent the current president if a new one is elected. In this case, Disney just needed to reuse an existing animatronic, including a recorded performance of the oath of office by President Donald Trump. The current president's animatronic is given the front and center position in the show. This show isn't the most popular, but it's got some great AC if you need a break in the middle of your Disney day. So what does Disney do if someone falls overboard on one of their cruises? Well, we actually, unfortunately, found out this week what they do. On June 29th, a child fell overboard on the Disney Dream cruise ship, causing her father to jump in after her. The incident occurred as the ship was returning to Fort Lauderdale from a 4-night Bahamian sailing. The father and daughter were quickly rescued once crews became aware of what had happened. The emergency code Mr. MOB, Man Overboard, was announced over the ship's intercom, prompting a swift response from crew members. A Disney Line spokesperson told USA Today, "We commend our crew members for their exceptional skills and prompt actions, which ensured the safe return of both guests to the ship within minutes. We are committed to the safety and well-being of our guests, and this incident highlights the effectiveness of our safety protocols." Since the ship has plexiglass safety barriers, it's still unclear as to how the child was able to go overboard. Disney Cruise Line ships are equipped with overboard detection systems that are designed to alert the crew to any potential incidents in real time. In addition, all Disney Cruise Line passengers are required to participate in a muster drill in compliance with U.S. Coast Guard and international safety regulations. Luckily, in this case and in general, the crew on board Disney cruise ships are fully trained and equipped to handle situations like this, should they ever unfortunately happen. Disney has various safety measures in place, but it's important to remember to abide by all the safety rules and listen to crew member instructions while you're on board. While it's still unclear how this incident happened, we are glad that Disney Cruise Line crew members were able to rescue the girl and her father quickly and safely. Okay, really quick. So if you haven't heard yet, I wrote a book. It's called Disney Adults, and it's basically a book all about us, those of us who still believe in the magic and the snacks and the power of theme park therapy. And we are officially 1 month out until my book is released. It's released on August 5th. Okay, it's on pre-order now at so many locations, like everywhere you can buy books, you can buy this one. But here's the part I'm super excited about. Let's be honest, slightly nervous about it too. I am going to go live on Talk Shop Live on July 7th. That's Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and you are invited. We're going to talk all about the book, the stories behind it. We're going to answer your questions live, and for the first time ever, you can pre-order a copy of Disney Adults with my autograph. This is something I've never done before, and honestly, don't know how many they're having me sign. So if you want one, pre-orders are open for those right now, and RSVP for the show as well. I'd love to see you there. Also, if anybody knows Seth Meyers, please let him know that I'd love to be on Late Night Seth to talk about this book. I think his audience would love it. It would be a dream come true of mine to go and on Late Night Seth. How cool would that be? So if anybody knows him, go ahead and let him know. But also pre-order your book, because maybe the more books we can sell, the more likely I will be to get on Late Night Seth. I don't know. We'll see. Head to the link in the description or go to ajwolf.com to RSVP for the event and grab your signed copy. Okay, enough about the book. Back to news. Listen up, the Poptail Margarita has officially entered the chat. This wild little drink from La Chose de Margarita in Epcot takes their classic mango margarita and sticks a strawberry ice pop right into it, and it works. The margarita itself is smooth and fruity with just a hint of that smoky tequila bite, and as the ice pop melts, it turns into a strawberry mango mashup that basically tastes like summer in a cup. It's simple and sweet and super photogenic, and yes, people were literally lining up to grab one when we had it it, so if you're looking for something fun and refreshing and totally Epcot core, this is the drink to snag. Disney World also has a new cinnamon roll king. It's time to add Epcot to the epic cinnamon roll list because we had the new cinnamon roll with orange cream cheese icing for $6.49 from Kringla Bakery og Cafe in the Norway Pavilion, and we were shook. Now, granted, this is a spot where we usually just grab a frozen Viking coffee and school bread, but don't sleep on this new cinnamon roll, y'all. Let's just say this thing is so good that when we went to grab one, it was already sold out and we had to wait for more. It's a big, fluffy cinnamon roll, pretty standard for a cinnamon roll, but it's taken up a notch by a massive dollop of orange cream cheese icing. So you get that cinnamony flavor complemented by the sweet and zesty flavor of the icing. The only complaint we really have is that underneath the icing is a regular Disney cinnamon roll. There isn't any orange in it, but honestly, for less than $7, this just became a big competitor for every other cinnamon roll in Disney World. Sorry, Gaston. There's a new lunchbox tart in Disney World. We stopped by Woody's Lunchbox to try the PB&J lunchbox tart. This is a peanut butter filled pastry topped with grape jelly fondant, purple sprinkles, and gold crispy pearls, and you can get it for $4.99. Okay, we know this said it's a peanut butter and jelly tart, but we detected no grape jelly flavor anywhere here. To us, the fondant on top just tasted like regular icing with no real flavor other than sweetness. We did enjoy the peanut butter filling. It was creamy, but we wish there had been more of it because overall this tart was very dry. This is always my problem with these particular lunchbox tarts. They never have enough filling. The peanut butter pearls on top were a fun addition that provided a nice crunch, and the pastry itself was the typical shortbread you get with these tarts. It was buttery and salty and definitely crumbly. This was not the best lunchbox tart we've had, but peanut butter fans might still enjoy it. We just found the prettiest drink flight in Disney Springs, and it's actually delicious too. The frozen flight from the Basket, which is the bar window outside Wine Bar George, is $22 and comes with 4 frozen drinks, each with its own vibe. There's a pineapple Dole Whip one, yep, really, a hurricane that's perfect for cocktail fans, and 2 fruit-forward frozen wines that are super sippable. Our faves, the Froscato is basically a boozy Dole Whip dream, and the Hurricane packs more of a punch if you want something stronger. Perfect for sharing, gorgeous for pics, and totally refreshing on a hot Disney day. Head on over and grab this along with your mac and cheese bites and your millionaire bar. Over at Disney's contemporary resort, Contempo Cafe is serving up some new breakfast and lunch items that we could not wait to tell you about. Let's kick things off first with a cinnamon sugar croissant muffin, which you can get for $4.79. We loved this thing. It's completely coated in cinnamon sugar, but it's light enough that it doesn't linger or overpower whenever you actually bite into it. The croissant muffin just kind of flakes off in layers, which is such a fun texture. The center of it is filled with chocolate ganache, which is the only part that's really thick and harder to cut through. So once you first reach that, you may have a little more resistance to your bite, but it won't last for long because it'll melt in your mouth. For something a bit heartier, we picked up the bacon, egg, and cheese multi-grain croissant for $8.99. It's hard to go wrong with a breakfast sandwich, and this was very, very good. The bacon was light and crispy with just a little bit of chew to it. The eggs are nice and fluffy, and the cheddar cheese is already melted onto them, which is a bonus. It's delicious. It's a little messy, though, trying to pick it up and eat it because it's on a croissant, so the eggs tend to fall out. It's also served with a very heaping portion of potato tots, which are nice and crispy. But this isn't one of those kind of reheated breakfast sandwiches, you know what I mean, where they're all soggy. This is pretty fresh, and it was pretty good, at least in our experience. We also grabbed the banana cream and caramel trifle. This was $5.99 and is layers of banana whipped cream, streusel, and caramel. It's a plant-based dessert. This was an item on the Chef Mickey's menu, but it was so popular over there that they decided to bring it to Contempo as well. It's kind of like a banana pudding dessert mixed with apple pie filling thanks to the caramel. The streusel added a much-needed crunch to break up the texture. The banana's nice and fluffy and kind of melts in your mouth too, and combined with the caramel, it's really a fantastic combo. For lunch, we picked up the new loaded cheese fries for $6.49. These are French fries topped with bacon, cheddar, scallions, jalapenos, and house-made ranch dressing. Happy to say that we can confirm the loaded cheese fries are, in fact, as good as they look. However, they were still putting the finishing touches on the menu, so ours only came with the melted cheese and bacon. It's hard to go wrong with loaded cheese fries, and they hit the nail on the head with these, even for only being cheese and bacon. They were really, really good, but it's a melted cheddar situation here, so don't expect any plastic cheese. Basically, this is a salty bomb of snack goodness. We wish there had been the addition of the scallions and jalapenos and that ranch dressing, but you'll get it when you're there, hopefully. For our final dessert of the day, we had the key lime cupcake for $5.99. It's a vanilla cupcake with key lime curd, graham cracker crumbs, and whipped cream. And you know I love a curd. We weren't expecting to like this as much as we did, though. This was light and not too heavy, and even though it was a cupcake, just as you would expect in a key lime pie, the whipped cream on the outside is nice and fluffy. It's got some crumbled graham cracker bits to it that also have a little bit of candy feel to them. And the lime curd was sweet with that iconic tartness. We appreciated how well it paired with the whipped cream and vanilla cupcake, so this was definitely a hit for us. If you're staying at the Contemporary or resort hopping on your next trip, be sure to check this out. Contemporary is coming back up, baby, in our estimation in terms of their quick service Contempo Cafe. New dessert alert. Over at Vivilio Gelato in Disney Springs, you can now get the Oreo tiramisu for $10.50. This is made with a mascarpone cream with layers of coffee-soaked Oreos. First off, gorgeous. This dessert is so pretty and served in its own little cup that perfectly fits our spoon. We can see those stunning layers filled with cream and Oreos. When we took a scoop with our spoon, it created perfect little craters and stayed easily on our spoon. The cream was thick but fluffy with air bubbles lifting it up inside, and it was so smooth, which was perfectly paired with the texture of the soaked Oreos. The coffee-soaked Oreos were soft but still had a little bite. The coffee flavor wasn't too strong to overpower the chocolate, but it was subtle on the back of each bite. With crumbles on top, it added a bit of crunch as we enjoyed the deliciously smooth mascarpone cream and coffee-soaked Oreos. It also had a perfect level of sweetness. Not too sweet, not too bitter. Just right for a tiramisu. Now, we were really surprised that this didn't melt. Maybe we're just used to ice cream in the Florida heat, but most cool, refreshing desserts don't last long in the sunshine. But this held up well, and because it was served in a cup, it was easy to eat. You could also walk around Disney Springs eating it, which rarely happens with desserts in Orlando. Whether you choose to share or keep all of it to yourself, we thought the portion size was great. There's a new s'more in Disney World. Head to Zuri's Sweet Shop in Animal Kingdom for a peanut butter and jelly s'more for $6.29. Now, when I say it changed our lives, I mean it. It has layers of graham cracker, creamy peanut butter, strawberry jelly, and gooey marshmallow, all covered in milk chocolate and crushed peanuts. Remember when they used to have those chocolate-covered s'mores in the confectionaries? And they also used to have that great peanut butter square, which they still do have in Disneyland. Anyway, this is kind of a combo of those two. This one's rich and creamy, and the flavors come together perfectly. 10 out of 10, no notes. We will be coming back to get this ASAP. Is this our new favorite salad in Disney World? So we headed to Hollywood Studios to try a brand new menu item, and let's just say I think you're gonna love this slightly lighter option over at Rosie's All-American Cafe on Sunset Boulevard. We tried the Hot Honey Buffalo Chicken Chef Salad for $12.99. This one's packed with hot honey buffalo chicken, romaine lettuce, carrots, red cabbage, celery, cucumber, avocado, pepperdew peppers, and green onions with sriracha ranch dressing. Now, right off the bat, we loved how big this portion was. This is not a side salad, it's the main star. There were tons of toppings on top and plenty to go with all that lettuce underneath. We fell in love with the chicken, which had quite a kick to it. And the buffalo sauce definitely has spice, but depending on your bite, you get a hint of sweetness that helps cool down the heat. The chicken on top is served cold, so you don't have to worry about the lettuce wilting underneath. The dressing wasn't as spicy despite being a sriracha ranch, but it mainly tasted like ranch. There were a variety of textures ranging from the softness of avocado to the crunch of cucumbers and celery, with a slight bite from the carrots and peppers. While we love a variety of different types of theme park food, we adore finding a lighter option to counterbalance all our favorite fried foods and ice creams. Despite being a lighter dish, there were plenty of toppings that made it a filling dish, especially with that chicken. New eats and drinks have been popping up all over Disney Springs for the annual Flavors of Florida event, and we may have discovered some of the best yet over at Summerhouse on the lake. First to arrive at the table was our drink, the St. Augustine Strawberry Refresher. This is made of a bright tropical blend of Florida vodka, Aperol liqueur, lime juice, Dole pineapple juice, and strawberry puree. And it's $17, a little pricey. The drink is really, really nice though. You can definitely taste a little bit of that pineapple and lime at the forefront, which gives it almost a zesty sour kick to it initially, and then you taste the Aperol and the strawberry flavor on the back end. The Florida cane sugar vodka almost mimics a gin-forward approach to it against the Aperol, which was nicely accomplished, but what really helps set this drink apart, and one of the features we love most about it, is how it foams at the top. Next to arrive were the deviled crab croquettes. These beauties are deviled crab cakes made with sweet, flaky blue crab and topped with bright, garlicky mojo aioli, and this dish costs $15.95. Tastes just like a croquette made with crab meat. One side of the crab is still hard-shelled and the belly is much softer, which is where you'll likely dig into the meat that awaits you. As for how it tastes, it almost has a pâté consistency to the deviled crab cake found inside. We couldn't distinguish any large pieces though. While each crab was good on its own, we really loved the enhanced flavor we got when we dipped our bites into the aioli. The garlic mojo taste created an herbaceous element to the otherwise singularly noted flavor of that crab croquette, and that's when we started savoring each forkful. You could easily order this one as an appetizer to share with somebody as you're waiting for your food, or if you're looking for a lighter meal, make it your main course. And last, but certainly not least, was the 8th Street Fried Up Burger. This dish is made with prime beef chorizo and served with crispy potatoes and salsa de tomate. You'll also have a choice of seasoned fries, and we chose the truffle fries to accompany our burger. This meal costs $17.95. Honestly, not too bad. This dish is an interesting one. While the bread could scream sandwich, there is definitely a burger in there. The flavor didn't taste much like beef chorizo, but seasoned ground beef as a charred burger, almost reminiscent of a hamburger steak. The grilling and mild smokiness to it resulted in charred taste that you might find in a charbroiled burger patty, which was a true gift to add to the flavor profile radiating off this burger. The crispy potato pieces and the melted cheese on top complement the burger well, but the star of the show here was the salsa de tomate. It adds a roasted tomato presence to the burger's flavor, almost like chipotle without the heat. All of this was followed up by crisp onions along the bottom bread under the burger patty. Flavors of Florida is happening now at Disney Springs, and it's filled with some of the best flavors and recipes built with locally sourced Floridian favorites. There are plenty more flavors of Florida to discover during this limited time event. Be sure you get to Disney Springs before it all ends on August 10th. All right, if you are heading to Walt Disney World the week of July 5th, 2025, buckle up because there's a lot happening in the parks, and we got everything you need to know to make the most of your trip. First up, yes, it's July, and yes, it's hot. We're talking mid-90s with humidity that'll make your Mickey ears wilt. Hydrate, take breaks, don't forget those cooling towels. And while you might expect massive crowds post 4th of July, this week is actually looking surprisingly manageable, especially compared to past years. Heads up though, July 6th is your last chance to ride the Liberty Square riverboat and to explore Tom Sawyer Island and to enjoy the rivers of America before they close permanently to make way for the new Cars and Villains lands in Frontierland. Expect some extra crowds in that area as fans say their goodbyes. Pass holders, don't forget VI Pass Holder Summer Days are still going strong through the end of the month. That means exclusive character meet and greets, discounts, and a free magnet if you haven't gotten yours yet. And if you're heading to Disney Springs, the Flavors of Florida Festival is in full swing. Over 45 locations are serving up citrusy, spicy, and Floridian bites and sips. Pro tip, don't miss the key lime pie shake at Gideon's. It's basically summer in a cup. And just a little teaser, Test Track is reopening later this month on July 22nd, so if you're planning a return trip, you might want to pencil that in. All right, People Mover stands, this one's for you. For everyone who knows the best ride in Tomorrowland isn't the fastest one. This fan club tee is a love letter to breezy turns, hidden views, and that iconic narration you can practically recite in your sleep. If you know, you know, and now you've got the shirt to prove it. So if you're on team gliding over Tomorrowland, this shirt's calling your name very, very loudly right now. By the way, heads up, did you know it is our favorite ride's 50th birthday this year? Yes, People Mover is turning 50, so I think you need your shirt to represent that you are part of the unofficial fan club. And don't forget, there are more fan favorite designs where this came from, so stock up and represent your Disney obsession with some serious DFB style. A new store has opened in Magic Kingdom. Yep, Prairie Outpost is now open. This store was previously a candy store, and it's been closed since 2020. We'd long assumed this one was abandoned until Disney confirmed the shop would reopen with some welcome changes. The new store sells hats and accessories like top hats, visors, sun hats, ball caps, fascinators, berets, and more. It's located between Country Bear Jamboree and Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. Now, this is even better than Le Chapeau used to be when before Colonel Kitchen took it over there in the confectionery. You've got real honest-to-goodness hats here. It's like a milliner in this store. Now, they do not ship outside of the store here, but Chapel Hats at Disney Springs can and will ship for a fee. The store also has accessories and pins that are magnetic to put on your hat so you don't poke or damage it, and you can dress it up any way you want. They also offer elastic bands to fit around the hat, feathers to decorate them, and even some jeweled bands that are themed to different attractions around Magic Kingdom. This is a brand new custom souvenir option in MK. We built our own hat with a Cinderella Castle charm, blue feather, blue band, and Sorcerer Mickey hat pin. If you want one of these fancy hats but don't want to carry it around the park or wear it, there's a solution. You can make your purchase and then pick it up at the store later in the day. However, they do ask that you pick up your purchase at least 30 minutes prior to park closing. There are tons of designs, colors, and options for anyone looking to add some flair to their outfit or just protect their heads from the sun in a really stylish way. Code Orange, my friends. Code Orange. We have spotted the first of this year's Halloween merchandise over in Epcot. Creations shop is filled with all things Disney, from toys to clothes to accessories and more. And despite it being the middle of the summer, there is now Halloween merchandise in this store. First, we saw the Walt Disney World Halloween shirt. This shirt is in that staple WDW style and design, but with a spooky twist. Bats and cobwebs fill the shirt along with Halloween colors to put it all together. This is a classic look for anyone wanting to wear a Halloween fit to Disney, but not go overboard at the same time. For all the Disney villain fans in the room, this shirt is for you. The shirt reads, "Pick your poison," with the Walt Disney World logo at the bottom. Features the Evil Queen, Ursula, and Maleficent, some of the most iconic villains of all time. The Let's Go Ghouls t-shirt was one of our favorites of the bunch. It features Minnie, Clarabelle, and Daisy all in their witchy Halloween costumes. This tee screams Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, so we found the shirt we'll be wearing. Speaking of fall vibes, this shirt literally is all about fall vibes. The shirt features Mickey-themed everything. There's a Mickey cupcake, football, waffle, pretzel, jack-o'-lantern pie, hot latte, ghosts, and candy corn. The last of the bunch was this Halloween shirt featuring a Mickey glove throwing up a peace sign and an orange heart with spider webs. And Cinderella Castle during the spooky season is there as well. This is another simpler and classic look you could go with. Star Wars collectors, I got big news for you. Disney has just announced a brand new collaboration with Coca-Cola, which is going to bring new Star Wars bottles to markets around the world. There will be a total of 30 special Star Wars cans and bottles for purchase, but 3 exclusive designs will only be available at Disneyland and Disney World: the Mandalorian and Grogu, First Order Stormtrooper, and Chewbacca. You'll be able to find the other Star Wars bottles around the world, though. These bottles include, on the Coke ones, Lando, Obi-Wan, Queen Amidala, Kylo Ren, Ahsoka Tano, Darth Maul, K2SO, Boba Fett, Poe Dameron, The Mandalorian, Andor, General Grievous, and Emperor Palpatine. On the Zero Sugar Coke, you'll find Darth Vader, Yoda, Princess Leia, Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, Han Solo, BB-8, C-3PO, R2-D2, Finn, Rey, Grogu, and an Imperial Stormtrooper. But that's not all. You can scan that Coke bottle, can, or street ad to unlock an immersive digital AR experience. You'll learn more about the can's designs up close, as well as record your own message of hope that will be transformed into a holo-style video you can share, just like Princess Leia's distress message to Obi-Wan in the first movie. Have fun collecting the galaxy, and may the Force be with you. Okay, that is going to wrap up this week's dose of Disney news. Whether it's snacks or rides or brand new hotels, you know we're keeping tabs on all the magic for you. We're in Disney World and Disneyland every day, checking it all out. Don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter, though. That's where you're going to get all the latest details, all the latest news, everything that's coming out immediately when it comes out. The link to subscribe is down below. It is totally free. Go ahead and click and subscribe if you're not already. Also, reminder, head over and get your copy of Disney Adults. Help me get on Late Night Seth. I really hope he is watching. Seth, are you watching? I hope so. Anyway, it's also a great Christmas gift for your Disney adult friends, your Disney adult children, your Disney adult parents. Okay, I promised I would stop. Okay, have a really fun and safe holiday weekend, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.